Dear here. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen my reel on the Puma and ROSÉ collaboration shoes. My hubby was really sweet to order all 3 pairs for me for our anniversary month. They were completely sold out, at least the Speedcat sneakers version sold out in Australia within a day. And then the ballet flats version only had the larger sizes left. So I'm really happy that I got all 3 pairs. They've arrived. I thought I'll do a long form content on here so you'll be able to see more in detail. The first pair that was just a no-brainer for me was the ballet flats. This is because I actually do have 2 pairs of Puma ballet flats already, and they are the silver and white pair. And I think this one is called Wisp of Pink. These 2 pairs were actually featured in a reel of mine where I had a poll asking which one should I keep. There was a slight majority that went with the pink. The silver though was love at first sight for me. I really love how versatile this pair is with matching the colors of my clothes in my wardrobe. But I ended up keeping the pink as well. It's such a sweet pink. It's a very ballerina pink. And initially I thought, I'm not sure if I'll be able to pair this very much with the clothes that I have, but it's actually worked out really well. So I've been loving these 2 pairs. They're very, very comfortable. As you can see, they wear well. It was always my intention to add more to my collection, although I didn't want too many Speedcat ballets, to be honest. There are already so many beautiful colors in the collection. But I just held out because I thought maybe there'll be a collaboration or more prettier colors to come, and I'm so glad I waited. So I'll just quickly go through the unboxing. Obviously there is the box. It's really lovely with the graphic of the actual shoe itself. And on the side here, just details of the Puma design, and you've got Rosie there. And just size information at the bottom. But in the box is where you would get a booklet, and each pair of shoes has their own booklet, and in there with instructions on how you could change up these laces or wear it different ways, and also what's included. So this one here comes with obviously the pair of laces. Also in the box is the shoe dust bag, and I love that this one is a little bit different. It's done in a drawstring backpack kind of design. It's got Rosie and Puma at the bottom, but it also includes this little zip pocket here with an invisible zip. And I find this useful in terms of when you're traveling, you could put a pair of socks in there and it fits just nicely. So it's pretty roomy in there. You definitely fit a pair of socks, or maybe 2 depending on the length and thickness of your socks. Or you could also put in the box of pins that come with each pair of shoes. This is a really nice touch. So in this box there are actually 2 pins. There is a black one which I have already opened and used here, and also like a silverish white one. There's actually a layer of film on this that you need to remove, as this is an acrylic pin. It's just to protect it from scratching while in transit to you, but once you remove it, it's a really beautiful and clear pin. The image is really nice, and it's just a pin back there. So these pins can also go into the little pocket of the dust bag. And also in the box is this tissue here, and when you actually remove this one, you get a rosy tissue that, if it's still in good condition, you could very easily frame up. So I think fans of ROSÉ would really appreciate this as well. So here are the ballet flats. They are so sweet. I love that ROSÉ went with, it's not actually white, It's more like an off-white ivory. I'd maybe even call it eggshell color, so I hope it shows up true color on screen, but it is not white. That's something to note. With black, and then the touch of pink in the Puma logo here. It's so sweet. So this one is like the suede material all around, and then you've got the matte leather here, which is similar to this pair, only that this one's actually suede all throughout, with this one being the same material as well. So this one here is a mix of different materials again, which is then also different from this one here, where this was more a metallic leather and a gloss leather on the white section. On top of the fact that Puma releases different colors, there's also different materials that they mix and match, which I really enjoy. It just gives it a little bit of an interesting texture to your shoes as well. I'm gonna need to leather protect this, waterproof it, just to ensure that it keeps clean, because it's a very light color shoe. And of course there's also the pink Puma at the back there. And also good to note is this outer sole is white in this case, whereas these two pairs, and I think most of the current collection, has a black sole. And in case you don't know, Speedcat is actually the lifestyle design inspired by the shoes that they wear at the F1 or Grand Prix. And so yes, it looks like racing shoes, and that's why it's got this back here. You know, when you're driving, it just kind of protects the shoes there. There's also this pretty pink there, in case you want to wear your shoes and, like, you know, put your foot up, you can always see the pink Puma there. And also the other nice detail is the ROSÉ in there, and it's actually debossed, so there's some texture, which is really lovely. Now, what makes this different from the standard ballets is the addition of this loop here, which then you would thread through the laces to make it a ballerina shoe. So it's actually really simple, and of course I've already unboxed these shoes because I recorded the reel and I've tried them on, and I can confirm that they're really comfortable, they're really lovely, and I'm so happy with them. Threading through the laces on both the Speedcat sneakers or Speedcat runners as well as the ballets is so easy to do. Like, they've made the shoes are made so well that it's actually, I don't know about you, but I've tried putting through laces or taking them off some of my other sport shoes, and they actually kind of hurt my fingers or kind of make them really dry. It's really difficult to get them in and out, and sometimes changing laces can be such a chore. Whereas with the Pumas, they're made so well, you could just put them through, take them off, and they just glide through like butter. It's so smooth and so well made. So that then makes it a ballerina lace, and I will put some videos on how I enjoy wearing them, wearing these shoes and the others, with the combination of different socks that I have, wearing with or without laces, as well as the different combinations and variations that you could wear it with. So that there is the ballets. So pretty, and I think this would go so well with so many outfits. Next up is the Speedcat original sneakers in white, and again we've got the same box design, and in there you also get the same dust bag and the pins, but the card will be different for this one. So in there you've got what's included. So they've provided extra pair of laces in both colors, as well as the different ways you could wear the shoes. So you could change up the lace colors, as well as completely remove the lace with the bow in front and just wear it like original Speedcat. And here they are. So I have been holding out on getting a Speedcat for a really long time now. I've been into store to try Speedcat, and I found a pair that I really love, which was actually all white with a gold Puma, and I think maybe gold on the side here as well, and that was just so lovely. But I thought I'll wait just a little bit, and then ROSÉ and Puma collab was announced, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is amazing, because it's actually also white, but white and black, which is even more perfect. It's monochrome. This could go with anything, to be honest. You could dress it up, dress it down. You could wear it with a black dress, or you could wear it with jeans, you could wear it with shorts. It's just so versatile. And so when I was deciding on which pairs to get, the ballets were a definite yes, and then with the Speedcat, I was gonna opt for this color because white just kind of draws me in. And again, it's not quite white, it's ivory color, but the black seemed to be really popular. And just looking through the videos that ROSÉ put out as well, and the promo shots, and on a side note, I really loved how involved she was in the design process of this. Whenever there's a collab, it's always nice to see the behind the scenes on how the artist had creative input into the final product, and that just really draws me in to know that it's not just plastering a name of a celebrity or an artist and collaborating with them, but actually getting their input on how they want to design it. And this bow detail was very much what ROSÉ wanted and envisioned. And looking through the promo shots and the videos, I realized that, oh, the black pair could be something a little bit edgy and different. And to be honest, I actually don't have a pair of black sneakers. I've got black heels, all black heels, but no black sneakers at all. And I thought, oh, that justifies actually getting my first pair. It's a special collaboration one as well. On top of the fact that while this is a white lace on a white shoe, and the black, you'll see later, is black lace on black shoe, they've also given the extra pair of laces, so you could kind of like, you know, have black on white or white on black. So yes, this is the white pair. You've got the black Puma, and then it's a white Puma down that side. On the tongue, sure if this is gonna focus right. Yes, you've got ROSÉ embossed, and in there you've also got ROSÉ debossed in black. Now, some of you may not like the bow, and that's okay because it's perfectly removable and it comes off so easily. As I was saying earlier, you don't have to worry about breaking a nail with this one. That's it. And so you could wear this pair of Puma ROSÉ collab like an ordinary Speedcat. Of course, there is this tab, this little loop here, and this one here, and the one on the back is really not very obvious, to be honest. Or you could get a pair of pink laces and put it through with a pink bow here. I don't think I currently have pink laces with me to demonstrate. So yes, I really love how versatile and simple this is. And of course, material wise, it's leather all throughout. I wouldn't consider it a glossy leather, but it's not completely matte as well. It's almost like a satiny leather. You could see that there's a bit of shine here, but it is not as glossy as the white. So you can see here that this white is a glossy patent leather, whereas the black is just a polished leather almost. It's got a touch of gloss, but more of a satin finish. And last but not least, we have the black pair. Same design, same dust bag and pins in there as well with the instructions, so exactly the same as the white one. And here is the very popular black pair. I reckon this was sold out before the other two. It's so coveted by fans, and I can see why now that I have it in my hands. It actually is a really cool pair of Speedcats to have. So I'm so glad that I said yes to this as well. Initially, I wasn't sure about having the white bow in front, but I'm growing to actually love it. And what I've done that you'll see in my reels as well is I took off the white bow and I used the white laces for the main area as well, and then that white matches the side and the Puma to give it a different look, and also that attaching the rosy pin on the laces, and I think that kind of gives it more of like you know, a casual everyday sort of look, whereas this one looks a little bit fancier with the bow and just gives it like that touch of pretty, if you know what I mean. So likewise with details, Puma, and we've got Rosé at the tongue here. Is it focusing? Yep. And a black Puma, white one there. It's just, I feel like it's a pair that really stands out and makes a statement, but at the same time it's also very minimalistic. Like, I love how the Puma here is just a blind deboss, and there really isn't much happening except for this, which is so cool. Such a nice touch. So again, if you are not a fan of the bows and you only really want to have that OG Speedcat look, it's very easy to just remove all that. And in fact, the tabs that hold the laces is even less noticeable on the black pair. So there you have it. It's just a clean pair of Speedcats, but the rosé version. How cool is that? Or change this up to the white color laces and have the black as the bow, so you still have a bow, but it's just a lot more toned down than having like a white one. So yes, this is the Rosé Puma collection. Oh, and I also forgot to highlight the fact that the tongue here has the stitching in the contrasting color. That's also a really nice touch, I reckon. So yeah, you can mix and match how you want your shoe to be on each side. It doesn't actually have to be matchy, and that's what I really love about this collection as well. So I did find pink laces that I had as a spare, and this is how it looks like. So this lace is a lot longer than the one provided by Puma, so what I've had to do is just improvise a little bit at the back. So I went through this a few times over just so that the laces would fit. It's quite cool creating this sort of pattern at the back, and yeah, it fits now. So black pink, I think it's so pretty with a touch of pink. It actually is quite a good match to the pink on the ballet Pumas. I've seen some comments on Instagram saying that the front laces get dirty because they actually touch the ground, but if you tie them well, the length doesn't actually hit the ground. The extra laces provided are just a little bit longer than the ones that are currently on the shoe. For comparison, that's the extra length, so I'd say about 5 centimeters in difference. So I'm so excited to finally be wearing these. I know already that this is a comfy pair, so adding the Speedcat OGs to my outfit. And now I thought that I would go through my complete Seoul shopping haul. It's been a couple of months since I filmed it. I never had time to edit it, so with this whole collection being a rosé collection as well, I thought that it would tie in well with what we picked up when we went to Seoul this year, so stay tuned. Alright, so I'm gonna start with eyewear. Now, it wasn't our intention to pick up any eyewear while we were in Seoul. Obviously, with Gentle Monster being a very popular brand there, and we have Gentle Monsters here in Australia as well. So we thought if we do walk past a Blue Elephant, we might check that out, as well as some of the other local eyewear brands. The first Blue Elephant store we visited was at Ikseondong, and it was so crowded. I think we were in and out in just 2 minutes because it was too overwhelming. So we thought we won't be interested in checking out Blue Elephant anymore until we stumbled on the Myeongdong store and really found a couple of items we liked. So this here is the case. It is a really nicely designed one. It's cute, I guess, but it's very bulky and we don't see ourselves carrying this in our bags at all, but it's just a nice to have. This sunnies here belongs to my hubby. He picked this up because it's the only polarized design that they had, but it also fit him really well. Surprisingly, we didn't expect him to find something that he would like, but as you can see, it's got a really nice, simple and minimalistic design. Now the name is Dustin. You can see it's got PO in the end, which stands for polarized version. So yeah, he tends to lean on polarized sunnies because his current one from Ray-Ban is also polarized. So when he tried this on, the fit of the frame and the style itself really suited him, so he really loved this. We also expected to pay a lot more for polarized, but surprisingly this was exactly the same price as the other standard sunglasses, so that was a really good bargain actually. Also in the box is the certificate of authenticity and their return and exchange terms. Now, I definitely wasn't expecting to find the sunglasses for myself. Hubby found the Dustin polarized one first, and while walking around the store, I stumbled on this pair. I tend to like a slight cat eye look, and I love how this design is not too dramatic, very simple, it's very light as well, and the branding is so minimal, so it's a if you know you know. Hubby was commenting on how affordable it is, and this style name is Bin, by the way. And I just thought that for that price point, I could not get sunglasses back in Australia of this quality. So I tried it on, and the other tricky thing with me really is the bridge of the nose and how it sits. So I love how with Blue Elephant it's catered to that Asian fit, and this just sit perfectly on me. It was a no-brainer because my current sunnies is actually from Dior, so this one is a very well-priced one where I won't have to worry so much about losing it, and I don't have to baby it as much as well. Really loving this style for a casual sort of take it anywhere with me sunnies. Moving on to the third pair, which is actually my second pair. So what's in here is prescription glasses. I wasn't actually looking for one, but the price point at Blue Elephant was just too good to resist. One thing to note is that Blue Elephant do not prescribe lenses, so I asked the sales associate and they were able to recommend me a nearby optical, Daviti, and let me just say the entire experience was so impressive. The customer service was second to none. I didn't have an appointment, so I was a walk-in customer. I got my eye test done for free, and even though there was a waiting time, it was a really short one, and there's a waiting room with complimentary snacks and drinks. And they also offer tax-free options for tourists. The opticians all spoke very fluent English, and there were so many of them as well, so I didn't end up having to wait for very long, especially in that very comfortable waiting room. So moving back to the Blue Elephant prescription frames, I wasn't actually looking for one, but my current glasses has nose pads on them, and I thought it would be nice to get a plastic frame with a saddle bridge. And of course, with the price being so irresistible, I just got one. And this is a very simple oval shaped frame. It's very light, And again, I love how minimalistic the branding is. If you know, you know. The style name is Ava if you're looking for the same style. And I just love the way it sits on me. Obviously, again, my main concern is the bridge of my nose, and this doesn't have any issues with sliding down. It's a very simple one that I can take with me, pop it in my bag, and I don't have to worry so much if it gets damaged or lost because it's only about $50. So of course, with the lenses, they come in different prices, and Davichi will give you a quote for all the different levels of lenses that are available. You obviously don't have to go for the most expensive option as long as it's within your budget and suits your needs. While we were in Myeongdong, we also popped into the Adidas store where we picked up a couple of customized items. I chose the classic white Adidas cap with the black embroidered logo and 2 patches, one on each side. So on this side is Adidas Originals in Hangul, and on the other side is Seoul in this heart motif, also in Hangul. So the reason I put the patches on the side is because you're limited to where you can actually place it. So obviously this is a no-go zone because the Adidas logo needs to be by itself. And then you've got the remaining area here and the back that you could actually put the patches on. But I figured that it's more visible on the side, and I kind of like that clean look on my cap when you're looking at me from the front and the back. Hubby picked up a white t-shirt, so they were pretty limited in what items you could personalize when we were there. And so this white t-shirt was one of the few items that was available in his size. And I love this design. This one says Adidas in Hangul and in sort of like a heart-shaped graphic motif. It's a similar concept to the Ballagrio Studio logo that I designed. And on the front, he went with the same heart-shaped sole patch in pink with the wings. On to another athleisure brand. This is Anda from Korea. I was so happy to have found them in Shinsegae in Myeongdong. They recently opened a store in Sydney, the first in Australia. However, because we were in winter, they didn't have this particular air-cooling white leg pants in Sydney yet. So I was so happy to pick this up in Seoul. This is the short version, which is perfect for my height. I'm 5'2" or 158 centimeters. The material on this is so smooth. It's so lovely to wear, and it just fits my body perfectly. So comfortable, and I feel like the way it looks on could be worn casually, not just for workout or yoga and Pilates. It comes with deep pockets, and the quality of it is just so lovely. I'm so happy to have picked this up while we were in Seoul. Unfortunately, they didn't have a lot of my size left in other colors. Otherwise, I would have definitely picked up more than just one pair. But I'm happy that I was able to get this black one. Following on the theme of really comfortable materials and quality, I stumbled on this shop when we were on our way to lunch in Hongdae. I think they're called The Zam. They are a small store that sells women's underwear, but this value pack of 4 underwears was 16,900 Korean won. I couldn't believe it. Basically, they are identical, if not better, than the Uniqlo Airism briefs, if you know that one. And that retails for 990 Australian dollars each, whereas this one comes down to 450 Australian dollars for one. The quality of this actually is so much better than the Uniqlo one. I bought the size large that fits me perfectly, but in Uniqlo size, I'm usually extra small to small, so Trust me, Korean sizing will humble you. But it also comes with this additional patch here, which the Uniqlo version does not. And it is so comfortable. I've obviously been wearing it and washing it. It's done amazingly well in the wash. I just couldn't believe how good the quality is. So I initially bought only one pack just to try it out. And then a few days later, I went back to the same store to get the second pack. And that was the last one that they had in my size. Otherwise, I would have bought maybe about 3 or 4 more packs. So I highly recommend the quality of the ZAM, and I'm actually keen to check out their other products the next time I'm back in Seoul. The following items are hubby's haul. He did a bit of damage when he was in Myeongdong by himself, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this brand, but he picked up a t-shirt from there when he went in to pick up a tote bag for a friend. And then he also went to the Nike store. He is a huge Air Jordan fan, so he picked up a t-shirt with the Air Jordan high tops on the front. I quite like the color of this one. And then also from the Converse store, he picked up a Seoul t-shirt, and the back of this t-shirt actually got one of my favorite snacks from Korea. Hubby also picked up some pants, so he's got 2 pairs from Spow and 1 slim fit black jeans from H&M, which he got for a really good bargain. I think after all the markdowns, it came down to about $9. So he's really happy with this find, and it actually fits him perfectly as well. So yeah, it was marked down to 14,900 won, but when he went to pay, there was a further discount and it came down to about 9,900 won. Such a bargain find. And then he picked up a pair of blue jeans from Spow. This was our first time at Spow. We were in Hongdae for an event and happened to be in the area. It was really crowded with university students. But yeah, the style and fashion there was targeted a lot to that crowd. And he also picked up this sort of khaki type pants, just very casual, comfy, elastic on the waist, tapered pants. The next few items were from a store I was really excited to finally visit called Tetero Salon. They specialize in modern hanbok styles, but they also have a small selection of menswear. So when hubby saw this t-shirt, he really wanted it because it's the classic Korean banana milk that we all enjoy. So yeah, a very cute piece to add to his wardrobe. And this trip around, I got all my clothes from just one store, Tetero Salon. This pants here is such a comfy casual piece, simple in its design with 2 large pockets in front as well as 2 large pockets at the back. It is just really well made, and I love how cooling the material is. It's got an elastic around the waist, 3/4 in length, and just really comfortable. Then I really wanted to pick up a hanbok skirt, and this is a wraparound design. It has 2 front pockets, which is so useful. I mean, I think we all love deep, spacious pockets on skirts, don't we? And in a classic black color as well. So I was actually tossing between this and another print with Korean calligraphy on it. That was a really pretty one as well, but I decided to go with classic black to have more flexibility with matching various tops. And for the modern hanbok, I decided to get a 2-piece set with culottes for the bottom instead of a skirt. This is in navy, and I love that culottes gives it the illusion of a skirt while actually being pants. This material looks office appropriate, so it's definitely something I could wear for work or even casually with a white tee. It's got some pleating in front, pockets, a side zip and button with an elastic back waistband. Here's the matching hanbok blouse, also in navy. It's designed to be cropped with these ties on the inside and out. So no buttons or zips, just tied to close the top. And I just love the beautiful neckline and that slight pleated puffy sleeves. I think this is so beautifully made, and also good to note that the pieces at Tetero Salon are made in Korea. So the last item but not the least that I bought from the store is a full modern hanbok dress. Just a one piece, also in navy, so very similar to the two-piece set but a little bit more demure. It's got a zip up in the back and just a tie up front. I see this as the perfect smart casual look. I could wear it for afternoon tea or dinner with the hubby, just with ballet flats or even heels to make it a bit dressier. Next are just some hair accessories I picked up all around Seoul. These are just clips to, tie my hair up. I have pretty thick hair, and while these clips are available online and in Australia as well, I find that the ones that are made in Korea are a lot better in quality. The spring mechanism lasts a lot longer, it doesn't discolor as quickly, so I decided to pick up a few different designs in different colors and sizes. These retail for about $3 to $5. You can find them anywhere on the streets. They're not a specific brand, and they're very light as well, so they don't really add to your luggage allowance. Another unplanned purchase are these earrings. We were in Myeongdong one night and it started to suddenly rain quite heavily, so we ran into a store and it happened to be the plane. I started browsing and found these earring sets that went for a really good price. But what I do like about them as well is not just the design but quality. They are all silver post and not just plated, so I do like that for longevity of earrings. Otherwise, I wouldn't usually buy fashion earrings because they tend to discolor and they just don't last as long. But these ones have really good back on them as well. I'm just gonna try focus here, but yeah, I'm not sure if you can see. I've never actually seen this before, but there's actually this rubbery stopper that's encasing the actual earring backs itself, so it's almost like a double protection, because sometimes with the earring bags they can bend out of shape, but this one with the rubber gives you a better grip as well when you're trying to put your earrings on and take them off. So I really like this design and I thought it would be good for everyday wear. And I picked up another couple of pairs as well. These ones didn't come in sets, but I like the difference in design. This one is like a hand-drawn heart where it's got a mother of pearl kind of finish on one side and a bit of diamante on the other side. And I really love this circle earrings. These ones are pure silver 925 earrings. And this design is just right down my alley. It's a circle, but it's a bit abstract, but just very minimal at the same time. Looks like something you could get from a store like COS, but for a fraction of the price. So I highly recommend checking out the plane when you're in Seoul. The first set of 3 pairs I got was for 10,000 Korean won, so it starts anywhere from $3 a pair. Fragrances. So these were the only 2 bottles of tambourines we brought back from our trip to Seoul last year. We really enjoyed these scents, and this is what we brought home this year. It's quite a huge haul, to be honest. We are not massive perfume people, always kind of using similar scents. We have never bought so much perfume before in any of our trips, but the formulations in Korean fragrances just work so well for us. I won't be going through so much of the store visits because I did a vlog of all the brands that we visited. I'll leave the link to the vlog down below in my description. Starting off with non-fiction, so we picked these up from the Seongsu store, and it is a really beautiful store. I won't go into too much detail. As I mentioned, I have all that in a separate vlog, so in order to keep this video as short as I can, I'll just go through the scents that we purchased. So Gentle Night is their bestseller. We didn't expect to be attracted to the most popular scent, but it is so beautiful. Such a lovely unisex fragrance. So hubby and I are sharing this 100ml bottle. And what can I say? The rose smells like a fresh bouquet of roses. It doesn't smell synthetic or artificial at all. Just really beautiful, even though rose scents can be quite overpowering sometimes, but this isn't at all. So I had to pick this one up. And here are all the gifts with purchase that came with the 2 bottles of perfume. We had such amazing service at Nonfiction. They really know how to make you feel so special. So there are these tester size in Gentle Night and Forget Me Not. We got a few more Gentle Nights to share with friends, and Forget Me Not was a secondary fragrance that hubby quite liked as well. They also gifted us this Discovery Parfum set. So in this box, we have 6 of their signature scents: Santal Cream, Gentle Night, Gate Flower, Forget Me Not, In the Shower, and Forest. I find this blotter paper such a nice touch as well. So if you open them up, you can use them kind of like as a tester blotting paper like you get in store. So that's a really nice thing to be including in a whole discovery set. This actually makes a really nice gift, but we will be keeping it for ourselves so that we can try the other scents that we didn't end up buying. Just when you think that that was all the freebies, they also gifted us this scented candle and room spray mini duo in the scent Peace Talk. And I thought that this was such a sweet gesture. Like, I was just happy with the little mini sprays to try, but this is actually an item that they sell in store so for them to gift it to us was really sweet. I also won this shampoo and conditioner sachet from a little scratchy sort of lucky draw. So they were having like a small sort of exhibition upstairs that we could check out, and that's when I won this little shampoo and conditioner pack. So that is the wrap up from Nonfiction. Now moving on to Born to Stand Out. Now this is a brand that I've been eyeing on for a while now and was so excited to finally visit their flagship store in Itaewon. And aside from their bold marketing and brand identity being really different, I was so curious on how their scents would smell in person. So it was great to check out their store. Please have a look at my vlog if you'd like to see more details. It is a very unique store, and I have to say we were so surprised that we found scents that we really love. So I'm not going to have to explain to you what DGAF means, but that's hubby's pick. He really loves that scent, and I went with Candy Dust, which is from their Eau Intimate line, whereas hubby went for DGAF from their Eau de Parfum line. The one scent that was very recently released while we were there was Gold Juice, and I was really excited to actually smell that because it's got notes of durian in it. Yes, you heard me right, durian. So you can check out my vlog to see more of that. So those were the 2 fragrances we picked up. And then hubby really liked this mug. If you understand Korean and you read Hangul, you would know what this means. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then in terms of freebies, they gave us 3 little ones, and you're able to actually select which scents you want, which I think is really nice, because that way you could actually try one of their fragrances that you weren't quite sure about but just want to test it out when you're back home. They also threw in a sticker and one of their art cards. Last but certainly not least is tambourines. Now we were happy to leave Seoul with not a single tambourines product. We had already been to the Songsu store to check out the new installations and had a look around. Nothing really attracted us, and we weren't intending to repurchase what we got last year. But on our last or second last day, a friend of ours asked if we could pop into tambourines and pick something up for her. And when we went in, Blue Hinoki was what they were promoting right at the entrance of the store. We went to the Bukchon Hanok Village store this time around, and turns out that this fragrance had only launched the day before we went in. So had we not gone in to get a gift for a friend, we wouldn't have known about the existence of Blue Hinoki when we left Seoul. So we're so happy because this is such a beautiful, pleasant scent. We can't think of any other fragrances out there that smells like Blue Hinoki. Hubby and I looked at each other immediately and thought we really need to bring this home with us. So it does come in the smaller size as well, which was what we picked up last year, but we decided to share the Blue Hinoki in the 50ml bottle, which if you look on their website comes with a really unique cap design, which we were sold. We were sold from the minute we smelled the scent and saw the bottle. The sales professional was so sweet to give us a trial size for free as well, and as you can see, we've used up quite a bit of this. We started spraying it from the day we got the bottle because we didn't want to open the large size yet. And yeah, we've absolutely been loving it. And then she invited us to go upstairs to see their display and other items on the different floors. And that's when we saw that they had this special Blue Hinoki vinyl. So it actually comes in a standard vinyl record size, but this is the little version. We loved the record size one so much, and so when we were admiring it, she said to us that, oh, I'll just throw this in for you for free as well, absolutely complimentary. And we were like, oh, you don't have to, are you sure? And she was just so lovely about it. She says, yes, you could use it as a room fragrance. And so yes, this is our little memento from Tambourines. It's such a beautiful, beautiful gift with purchase, and it sits nicely in our living room right now and just makes the whole area smell so pleasant. Speaking of beautiful smells, we were at Bukchon Hanok Village when we came across Hanato. This is a shop that sells handmade soaps, pillow mist, just beautiful scented products, and I picked up gifts for friends here. They come beautifully presented, and I won't open this to show you, but I'll give you an idea of what's in store. So all these handmade soaps are hand cut, but also the entire store smells so lovely and so welcoming. I think it's that aromatherapy scents that I really love, so I felt like we walked straight into a spa. Staff were also so kind to provide me with individual packaging, so I've got the bags and the stickers that I may wrap these gifts up for our friends, and also with the little bag I'm able to fit in other items that we are getting for them. So look at how cute these soaps are. They also included some sample soaps for us, so she put in quite a few of these in the bag, so you can imagine our luggage smelled like a spa by the time we got back to Australia. Just so comforting and calming. Okay, this one's really special. I had intended to get a dojang or Korean name stamp done when I was in Seoul. The last time I got one of these done was in Shanghai with my dad more than 20 years ago. So I was really excited to get my name in Hangul carved on one of these stones. So as you can see, there's such a nice selection of different stones that you could choose from, but the one that I chose is made from an irregular stone shaped by nature rather than machine cut into uniform blocks. I love that its organic form feels one of a kind and carries the raw beauty of the stone itself into the seal. So that's my name, Tae-mi. I wrote my name in Hangul, but you can always provide your name in English and he'll make it in Korean for you. It is more of a larger stamp. I might go back next time to get a smaller one, but I do love how different this is from the standard square shape stamp. So yeah, if you would love to check this out, I highly recommend getting one done while you're in Seoul. The store that I went to is Kamang in Insadong, and I was also given this bookmark with my stamp sample in gold embossed ink. I also picked up a little red ink pad just to complete the entire set. This is hands down one of the most treasured items I bought from our trip this year. There were a few events we were really looking forward to attending while in Seoul, and the Christian Dior Designer of Dreams exhibit at Dongdaemun Design Plaza was a must for us. So the minute we booked our flights, we got our tickets to the DDP. We stayed at Dongdaemun last year, so we're quite familiar with the area and it was nice to be back. We had to pick up this tote, though I have to be honest, it was quite expensive, but as a memento to the absolutely amazing exhibit. We attended the Dior exhibition at the National Gallery of Victoria in Melbourne, Australia a few years back, but the Designer of Dreams exhibit in Seoul really knocked it out of the park. I put together a reel on my Instagram with more highlights from the exhibit if you'd like to check it out. After the exhibit, we had to pop into the DDP design store to pick up some quality souvenirs and gifts. Here you can find designs from local artists, the Soul My Soul campaign merch, right down to the cutest keyrings. They also have a selection of recode bags, and I have 2 of these upcycled with materials from outfits worn by BTS from the Hype collaboration. So we didn't go too crazy and we just picked up these 2 sets of muddlers. I love that these are designed and made in Korea. They are in the leaf shapes, and we actually have highball glasses at home that we've been looking for the right muddlers. So this green leaf design really goes well with the aesthetic of our home, and it's got a little spoon at the end as well, which is great for adding a bit of salt or sugar into the cocktail. And these were fairly inexpensive. If my memory serves me right, it was about 6,000 won for the box of 3. They also have this really cute Monstera squeegee in the collection, but we didn't bring this home with us. The only other item we picked up from the DDP design store is our first Korea stamp magnet. This comes in a series and features different landmarks and neighborhoods, not only in Seoul, but I think there was a Busan and Jeju one as well. I really love the artwork on this, and when you collect a family of them, especially as you visit the places in the series, I think it really makes a nice display on your fridge or anywhere magnetic you'd like to put it on. We chose Bukchon Village because we know we'll be spending time there this trip. Now moving on to music, we of course had to go vinyl shopping, and we're so happy to have picked up 2 titles on our wish list. J-Hope's second vinyl release and ROSÉ. So with J-Hope, it was a no-brainer. We're obviously in Seoul for Hope on the Stage final, and we're just so excited to actually pick this up as a memento to remember the amazing concert that we attended, our first ever in Korea. Now with ROSÉ, this vinyl's completely sold out in Australia, so we were hoping that Seoul would have options for us, and when we were there, they actually had all the different artworks available. We chose this one because it's got the red in front and a bit of a pink at the back, and the red goes well with the color of the vinyl itself. We know that there is another special edition one that's coming out soon, but we're really happy with this one. It's a simple artwork, and here are all the inclusions that came with the vinyl. We're so happy with this purchase. We think that ROSÉ has really excelled in this album of hers, and it is actually our first ever K-pop female artist vinyl in our collection. So we're really happy to welcome ROSÉ into our home. Now Hobie, what can I say? The tour has been nothing short of spectacular, and this is such a meaningful souvenir for us, even though it's not sold as part of the tour merch. but we've obviously have been spinning this vinyl many times now since coming home from Seoul, and it just brings back so much memories of that entire experience. These are the inclusions that come with. We've got some bookmark tags, photo card, a film strip, and art cards. So as usual, spoiled rotten by our boys. For the vinyl, we've got this bright orangey, slightly translucent color, which is very different from Rosé's red, which is more of a deeper, darker, also translucent color. So we can compare these two side by side. It was definitely a red affair. Now, if you stayed up to this point of the video, thank you so much. We're finally at cosmetics. So I got to visit the newly opened tier flagship store in Seoul. If you've seen my video from last year where I visited a Seoul store, that has now been replaced with a flagship now, and it was so nice to actually visit a complete store dedicated to the brand, including skincare and makeup. So I picked up a full size of the Milk Skin Toner. This is a bestseller and I've used it before. It's great for dry skin. It's available in Australia, but it's so much cheaper from the flagship store, plus the tax refund, which is a further discount there. And I have a little bottle that I decant this into for my travels as well. Next is a new product to me. It's Glossy Coating Mist, which is to refresh the skin, brighten and help with wrinkles, but also has a very moisturizing finish to it. I've been using the Talba First Spray Serum that I picked up last year. I also tried out the Eto Barrier 365 Cream Mist by Astura, but this one here, when I tried it on in the store, I really liked how it felt and how refreshing and moisturizing it is. And I intend to use this not so much as a setting spray, but more as something to put on my face when I come out of the shower, because I tend to shower with really warm water and it does dry up my face quite a bit, especially in winter. So I've been using it since coming back after showering, just applying it all over my face, and it's just really helped to lock in the moisture after a warm shower. So I highly recommend this. I have also tried using this to prep my skin before foundation and to use it as a setting spray, and I have to say I do like it. And then the second new product that kind of piqued my interest is this Skin Prep Boost Pack Pads. I saw this in store and they had a tester there, and initially I was thinking, oh, they'll be pretty much the size of toner pads, but they're actually little tiny ones that look so cute, soaked in with the moisturizing and pore tightening formula. I haven't opened mine yet because I'm still using up my toner pads, but yeah, instead of using the mist before to prep my skin before applying the cushion foundation, I thought I would give this a go because it kind of goes hand in hand with the Mask Fit AI filter cushion that I'm also going to be trying out. I spoke to the sales professional there and they highly recommended this. I also like that they are smaller pads because sometimes I just get dry patches just under my eyes, around my cheek area, and not necessarily around the face. So if you have combination skin, this could be something that you could use, especially if you like to try the AI filter cushion. Which brings me to the Mask Fit AI filter cushion. I have been so curious about this since I saw it on social media. I was just a bit concerned with it being too drying for my skin type, but that's why I bought the prep pads from before, just to see if it would help. And the best part about being in a flagship store is you get to try all the different formulas to see which one suits your skin type the best, and also you get to have the shade match consultation. Now this doesn't require booking in advance, you don't need an appointment. So if you've seen my previous Mask Fit Red Cushion swatch video, I did go with 24 Warm for my skin, but I just wanted to be sure to see if the formulation or the shade might be a bit different for the AI filter one. So it was good to see the results from having my skin tone scanned. So a couple of reasons why I picked up the mini size. I love how it feels in my hand. It's also really portable and cute to put into your bag. And the other reason is because I picked up 3 shades of the AI filter cushion. The results of my scan showed that there were 3 different shades that could work for me, and because I was going back to Sydney in the thick of winter and then going into spring summer, I wanted to be sure that I had all the shades covered. So I had my 24 Warm, which is my standard tier cushion shade. 24N was also a recommended shade, and then there was 23N. So getting them in the mini sizes just made more sense. Since I picked up some mini cushions, I also got these Waterism glow tints in the mini sizes. They're so cute, and again, very purse friendly. I'm not really a lip gloss person, but this tint is kind of like a midway between a gloss and a tint, so not as matte as a tint would be, but also not as glossy and sticky as a gloss will be. So I tried these on in store and picked up these shades in Summer Pumpkin, which is number 8, Grapen, number 15, and also Cassis Plum, number 7. These make really small, cute, light, and pretty gifts for friends and family. For the freebies, we were sent home with a sample of the AI filter cushion in shade 22N, 23N, and a puff as well, which is really cute. So I'll be gifting this to one of my close friends because I already have 23N in a mini size, and 22N will be way too light for me. So yeah, it's quite cute the way that they've packaged it up. While we were in store, they were also doing a promo on their Juicy Pop Dual Lip, where if you post on your Instagram to share the news about the opening of their new flagship, you actually get this complimentary. So we got a choice of 3 flavors. Hubby and I went for the grape and the kiwi. On one side is the lip balm, and on the other side is the lip scrub. We've been using it since coming back, and it is really effective. The lip balm is quite a sticky consistency and a little bit more watery, so definitely more of a night treatment. Then to wrap everything up, we were given these stickers that I can use to customize my cushion compact, and I did meet the minimum spend to get their shopping bag as well. Also in Seongsu is Daychic's flagship store. I only got a few small items here because it was such a busy store, it was so crowded, so it was a quick in and out. But what really caught my attention was their souffle color pot. Now this is very similar to Fui's lip and cheek blurry pudding pot, which you can use for your cheeks as a blusher or on your lips as a very sort of matte satiny pudding texture lip stain. I got 3 colors, and to be honest, a lot of the popular colors were sold out, but I was able to pick up the 3 shades that suit my personal color. Having used this product for a few months now, I have to say that I do prefer it slightly to the Fui pudding pot, which I had to get this silicone lip and cheek brush to apply because I've been using just my fingers for the Fui one. But with the Daychic one, it comes with this little cute tiny applicator, and it's perfect for the lips and also to dot on the cheeks before using a stippling brush. And then you've got the product under here. It comes in such a cute heart-shaped container. The packaging is really solid, and I do enjoy using this a lot. The consistency of it and how the color goes on, it's just beautiful. I can't really wear matte lipstick, but the pudding formulations are perfect for me. They fill in all the fine lines while giving you that non-gloss look, which isn't as drying as matte lipstick, with that satiny finish which looks so pretty on. The only other product I picked up from Day Chic is their Juicy Dewy Glow Tint. You can already tell from the name that this is not for me. I saw it and thought it looked perfect for a friend of mine. So look at it, it's so cute. This is in the color Rosy Dew and it just looks like candy, or even, I'm not sure if you had the experience of playing makeup when you were younger in a set of toys, and they would have lipsticks and blushes in these sort of plastic pink colors. Like, it almost looks artificial but cute at the same time, so I thought that this would be a nice gift for her. And then of course, what is shopping in Seoul if you don't get a free gift? So Day Chic gave me this little keyring. It's a heart-shaped container that comes with a little pudding. So this would go into the keyring and you could take it with you to touch up. There wasn't an option of which shade to choose, but this is quite a pretty peachy color. We're finally at the Olive Young haul. I did really good this year compared to my skincare haul from Seoul last year. You would have seen me buy so many items. I really cut down this year to get just the core products. So let's go through them quickly. Manyo Pure Cleansing Oil, you probably already know this popular one. I got it last year, loved it, decided to come back for a promo pack. And this is a really large size that comes with two 25ml travel size as well, which is very handy for hubby and I because he uses this as well. And then because I'm a fan of cleansing balm, I thought I would try Manyo's cleansing balm. It also comes with that little travels container, which I really love. I haven't heard much about this or reviews, but I thought I would give it a go anyway, and it was on discount. Then for toner pads, picked up this set of Mediheal PDRN lifting pads. Another reason I got this is it's a buy one free one, so it's 200 pads, but it also includes a travel container, which when I saw it I was like, oh my goodness, I've never carried our toner pads with us because I don't have a container dedicated to it. So this is just perfect in size, in shape, and it also is pretty airtight, so it's secure, and that way the toner solution won't seep through. So you can see that it's got the seal all around the lid, and we've actually traveled with this already to Melbourne and absolutely loving it. We started using the toner pad when we were in Seoul and finished a container, so we're actually into our second one now. So yeah, the Mediheal lifting pads are very popular. They come in a few different versions, and we decided to try the PDRN one. Olive Young was promoting BioHeal's Probioderm Collagen Tone Up Sun Cream. I definitely intended to pick up sunscreen, always do when we go to Seoul. This one just kind of looked interesting. It also is tinted, and my sun creams usually aren't, but I thought that I'll give this a go, especially for the collagen properties. So I wanted something with collagen, something with SPF 50 plus PA 4 pluses, and it's got a little bit of tint as well, which could help even out the redness of my skin and brighten it on days that I don't want to wear foundation. And this came in a pack of 2, so buy one free one. Also such a good deal. Love Olive Young for that. And then I picked up 2 Romance Juicy Lasting Tint. We should all know this product by now. It's one of the best sellers, and I got them in the colors Peeling Undo and Cherry Bomb. I think Peeling Undo was an Olive Young exclusive, if I remember seeing it on the display, but I've since seen it in the Australian K-beauty stores as well. The silicone lip and cheek brush I showed earlier, wanted to pick this up to use my free pudding pot a little better instead of using my fingers. And then I also picked up this really cute mini tapping puff for base and blush. I haven't tried this on before, but what I like about the size is it's very similar to the Tier mini cushion puff sizes, and they fit really comfortably on my fingers. So I thought that I could use this for my other cushions as well, even though they are the larger size or full size, but quite like the puffs being this size. So that's my Olive Young haul. But we're not quite done with Olive Young. This is the husband's haul. So we checked out the new Olive Young for men that opened in Hongdae, and it is 3 levels of a shopping experience where the first ground level is dedicated to men products only. First product on the shopping list is Be Ready's True Tone Lotion. I've been keeping an eye out on this for hubby for about a year now. When I first saw an interview with the creator of this skincare on YouTube, I thought that this would be such a good alternative to a sunscreen for hubby, but it would be good if he could test it in person first, because there is a light version and the original one, which this one is the original one. It comes with a very interesting formulation. I love the packaging and so does hubby. It's very sleek and very designer. Now if you twist the bottom, the top pops up like that. Such a cool design. And he's already started using it, but let me just show you. When you disperse the product, it comes out as a white lotion. And then just a twist, it goes back in. When you start applying, the color changes. And this is what it means by True Tone Lotion. I obviously have applied more than I should for my hand here, but you kind of get the idea of how it actually works. So it's great for men because you don't have to worry about the actual shade of their skin so much, because eventually it just absorbs in and creates this really even tone sun cream that looks so beautiful on. And having said all that, it's actually not just marketed to men. It is part of the men's line, but can be used for women as well. And I've actually honestly been stealing it a little bit from hubby, so you can see the difference on how it's covered the redness and just balances out the skin tones so evenly. So you can see the clear difference between my left and my right hand here. It's subtle yet effective, so I think just the right amount of coverage men appreciate. So this is Be Ready True Tone Lotion, and we were so happy to actually find the promo pack, and that's perfect because hubby travels quite a bit for work, so he can take the little tube with him instead of the full-size product, even though the bottle's actually really cool. All the remaining products that hubby picked up are hair care, so he really looks after his hair more than I do. He's got so much more hair products than I do. He picked up this JH Root Volume Fixer, and then also the classic style Dashu Grooming Tonic for control and smoothing, and the Dashu Volume Texture Spray. Also the Curly Shirl Zero Gravity Wax Ultra Hard Finish. This is for styling, and this was recommended by his Korean hairstylist. So yeah, happy spouse, happy house, and this is hubby's Olive Young haul. Gosh, I completely forgot I did pick up a hair care product, and this is Moda's Black Shampoo 10. This came highly recommended by a top Korean beauty YouTuber, and this pack here is exclusive only to Olive Young. Since my grays have been growing rapidly, I thought that this would be a nice product to try to see if it's actually that effective. The idea is it doesn't stain or dye your fingers or scalp, but it's meant to gradually brown your grays, if not blacken them. So excited to try it to see how it goes. Then on this trip, I stepped into a Korean pharmacy for the first time. The idea was to pick up Ritual cream, but speaking to the pharmacist, he did also recommend me this cream for a surgical scar that I have, so I thought I'll give it a go. If you've seen my recent Melbourne vlog, you would have seen me raving about the Ritual Advanced PDRN Relief Cream. So this is really not overhyped. It actually is so effective. I actually bought just one tube to begin, but I cracked it open and tried it while I was still in Seoul, and the effect was immediate. The next morning, my skin was so smooth, so hydrated that I thought, alright, I need to stock up before we leave. And that's why I ended up with all these tubes with hopes that I have enough to last me until our next trip back to Seoul. It is a rather small tube, but a little goes a long way, so I should be okay for now. Then we did some shopping at Daiso. A pack of microfiber kitchen cleaning cloth, not for anything but the fact that it was only 2,000 won for a pack of 3, so that would come in handy for our kitchen. And then I got this set of travel ear cleaners. Again, 1,000 won, it was a no-brainer. And I have been looking for the tiniest perfume travel bottles. These are perfect because sometimes you're just going for an overnight or a couple of nights stay interstate and you don't want to bring your full bottle perfume and you don't have a tester size. We recently used this on our trip to Melbourne and it did the job. Daiso is also a really good place to check out K-beauty, so I found these Medipil masks which made great gifts for friends, and they have a whole section for skincare and makeup from pretty decent brands as well. And this was hubby's pick. He wanted this for his workout so he could do it in the morning in the comfort of our study. It's pretty self-explanatory. You could put the handles on and there's different angles and directions you could put them to work the different muscles. Now for the cute stuff and merchandise, I couldn't resist the horse from London Bagel Museum. I'm born in the year of the horse and I actually don't have a horse plushie, so I have an idea where this little fella's gonna go. But yeah, it's such a good memory of our time there. It's so well made and all the wait staff had this hanging off their apron and I thought I just had to bring him home. It's so cute. Look at how fluffy it is and a really good size as well. So I'm in the midst of doing a spring clean of our wardrobe and I know exactly where he's gonna go. We also got a couple of their eco bags. So the burgundy one is in a larger size and the black one in a smaller size. Eco bags always come in handy for us. We use them quite often. So this was a really nice souvenir to bring home. And we of course had to bring a dory home. So fluffy, soft and cute. It's a nice keyring pouch to carry around with us. It's no surprise that Korea is full of cute stuff. So when hubby saw this capybara, which by the way Seoul is just full of capybaras everywhere, he had to have it. It's got a Jeju orange on its head and yeah, it's blowing a bubble. It's a keyring. It was the only one left and he loved it, so we've brought it home. Speaking of Jeju Halabong, we got these two cuties from the Line Friend store. So we have RJ and Tata wrapped in a Halabong suit. They are actually removable, so you get a little toy inside, but we just looked at the oranges and go, oh my gosh, they're so cute. We haven't seen anything like this before, so they also came home with us. And then these little fellas was something that hubby brought back to the hotel after he went walking and browsing by himself. And these are actually the kimbap plush set of BT21. They're so adorable. There's little sesame seeds on top of them as well. Just the details, too cute. So I think there were only a few sets left at the Line Friend store, so he saw it and said, oh my gosh, too cute, gotta bring them home. And yeah, you can take them out individually and they also have a little loop on the back of them, so you could essentially use them as a keyring plushie as well, but I love them grouped together. Just too adorable. Next are the items we picked up from Festa 2025. So these are the BTS Island in the Som face keyrings. We got our biases, so this here is Jin in the pink piglet face. Oh, so cute. Oh my goodness. The quality of this is so cute and so well made with the hair as well. Hubby has obviously already used this. It comes with an acrylic Jin tag and yeah, he queued up for this, so a very cute keyring. This one here is my boy V. I don't know why he's in a frog outfit. I'm not a fan of frogs, but still very cute. Oh, the frog ears and an acrylic tag with his name. And I have yet to bring him out, I think. But yes, look, our Somi is so cute. Then these are the blind box in the Seoul magnets. So we got 10 of them with the hopes of getting all 7 members. So you can calculate the probability of that happening, and I have the full unboxing in a reel on my Instagram. So if you'd like to check out what we actually got, which member, and how cute they actually look, feel free to check out my Instagram. And then from J-Hope's Hope on the Stage final, we got the Acon. And this is actually thanks to our lovely friends from the Philippines, Gwen and Regine. Thank you so much if you're watching this video. Ben and I really appreciate this little memento that we were able to get off you to remember the final show. What a wonderful, wonderful time we all had. Hubby and I also went to the Aijin pop-up at Itaewon, and these are the merch that he picked up. So it's got a keyring and some stickers. Most importantly, 2 bottles of apple gin. So we're so happy to finally be able to taste this in the cocktails at the pop-up and be able to actually purchase the gin. So this is going to be in our collection, and we're going to try to make it last as long as we can. We really love the design. It tastes great as well. I missed including this in the skincare chapter, but we managed to find some BTS Tiny Tan lip balm from the GS25 convenience store. So we've got V for myself, Sugar for a friend, and Gin for hubby. This should be the last of the keyring plushies that we got, but I love bungo bang. It's one of my all-time favorite Korean snacks, and I was looking for a keyring, and then we went into this gift shop and hubby saw this. It's not exactly a bungo bang by itself, but it is still quite cute. Speaking of bungo bang, we found the cutest baby socks from a lady who had a little stall, and we thought that this would be perfect for one of hubby's colleagues who just gave birth to a baby boy. So it is just the cutest thing, and we love supporting local businesses as well. So it was really lovely to be able to get this from the lady who then packed this up really nicely for us, ready for gift giving. We also picked up a few more designs for the children in our family and a good friend's daughter as well. Last but certainly not least are the snacks that we brought home. We always pick up a honey butter almond and family in this pack featuring BT21, and in there you get the individual flavors, so it's like a variety mix, which makes for good gifting to friends as well as to enjoy at home. We also decided to get 3 of the full-size packs, and then are my gummies, the Yakult yogurt jelly gummy and the grape jelly gummy. I love Korean gummies. They're just so soft, so flavorful, and the flavors as well don't taste artificial, so that's what I really like about them. B2B was a recommendation from a friend when she saw J-Hope enjoy this on an interview, I think. So she quickly texted me and said, gotta try this. So we picked up a box of this. We've actually gone through it and it's really good. I also picked up a couple of mints, the watermelon mint and the peach flavor. We thought this would be pretty nice. We've got Eclipse back in Australia as well, but different flavors, and we've already gone through half of the peach one. Really nice. I've saved the best for last. So this was an impulse purchase from GS25. It's a Netflix truffle potato chips, and let me tell you, this is so good. We had one in a hotel one night watching TV. It was so good, we went back to get a couple more packs. We wish we could bring more back with us, but 2 packs is all we could fit into our luggage, and we're trying to make this last for as long as we can because it is delicious. So if you're in Seoul, don't miss this. Gosh, I think this is the longest video on my channel, so if you're still here, thank you so much for staying with me and making it till the end. If you could leave a purple heart emoji in the comments so that I know you made it all the way to the end of this video, that would be great. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a like or subscribe to see more of my creative content, and I'll catch you in my next one.